So, I am way behind the times because I just finally finished reading the Twilight Saga. Yeah, I know, I'm so behind because obviously the first movie has already been out and the books have been out for a while. Although, I'm one of those people, I hate waiting, so it actually suited me to be able to read all four, in succession rather than one and wait for the next one to come out. I do that with TV too. I don't watch prime time anymore. I wait for syndication or DVDs. Like syndication, at least it's on generally every day, so I can watch, instead of one every week, I get to watch one every day. But of course, DVD, then you just get to watch them all the way through with no commercials, and that rocks. So, it worked out for me, but it did mean that I'm behind. Now, the reason I bring this up is that, first of all, I have to say I love the books. I'm such a sucker for blood-sucking romance. And, teenage romance, first love, all that, it just taps right into me. Because I think I'm a teenager still. Anyway, so I did have a few issues with the book. One in particular, and that is the dialogue, the ongoing internal dialogue, and external, she says it too, specifically where Bella keeps on saying over and over how she's not worthy, she's just average, she's, she's, I'm not worth you, and he's like, well, I'm too evil, and I'm not worth you, but I'm evil. It goes back and forth and back and forth, and, teenage angst, yes, I don't know, I guess I'm overly sensitive to this kind of thing here in Blocking the Light. Because it bothers me when I see, specifically, there's going to be those characters who are, self-conscious and low self-esteem and everything, but when it's the heroine, and she never seems to get over it, it presses a button for me, and, I could take it, like the first book, second book I was starting to get tired, but by the fourth, and, even when she, I don't want to ruin anything, but, it just goes on and on, I'm just not worth it, and it just sets a bad example for those who are reading it, I guess, and I don't know, that strikes a chord with me. Let's see. Oh, Drop Dead Diva. I have not watched it yet, even though it did premiere. I've missed it, so I can't speak specifically. However, I did have a comment on my blog, which unfortunately has gone kablooey since, and I didn't save a copy of the comment, but it was from someone in PR over at the network or over at the show, with a message, probably one he posts on, it's probably his job to go around and post on the blogs, and, but it was great to get a message, and it had a quote from Margaret Cho, which I specifically had said, I was kind of bothered by the fact that she was associated with the show, and I hoped that it would be positive, and, so, since I can't read it word for word, let me just say that it did express that they are hoping this show will be a positive, will have a positive message, and so my skepticism and pessimism was I can't think of the word, but anyway, it was too early. I should have waited for the show before I even said anything. And I will wait to see the show before I speak any more on the subject. But I thought I should at least mention it. And, I love Margaret Cho, so I was a little bit, kind of starstruck, even though it wasn't her personally. But to get a little quote from her about it, I'm easily impressed, I guess. So, yeah. So, Twilight, I love it. I'm having withdrawals, actually. I think that's mostly why I'm making this video, because I'm having withdrawals, and I need to talk to someone about it. The step girl is going to be here in a couple of weeks, and we can totally tour it out, as she called it. I guess that's the official word. Is that it? Twilight nerd, you are a twerd. But we're totally going to tour it out, and have a lot of fun talking about it, because there's nothing left to do but wait for the next book and the movie. Even though, you're not supposed to like the movies once you like the books. But actually, I kind of like the movie. That's a whole nother subject for a whole nother video. So,